Hi, my name is Julia Cho, and this is the Look Back Diaries.
And I'm Ashley here to
Sorry.
themes. No, it's
Sorry, I
great.
should have set you up.
It's
I didn't know you
great.
were gonna.
It's
I didn't know you
fine.
were
It's
gonna
your
eventually
episode.
join me.
Look,
I thought you just wanted
Julia,
me to
your pitch
carry
needs
the.
work. That's the name of the episode we're going to look at today on the Look Back Diaries. Support me on Patreon for extended and bonus episodes. Julia, we haven't seen you in
Yes.
quite a while.
Oh my goodness.
With all of
I
the
missed
the
you
the
all.
nether fielding and
All the Netherfield
then
shenanigans.
we've had Max here,
Maxwell Glick. That
but
old.
this is an important episode for Charlotte. This is a life changing opportunity.
My goodness. My goodness.
Do you want to take a look?
Yeah, I do.
Dare you look
I dare.
back?
Mm.
Look at Max's face.
I thought Miss Lizzie was going to be here.
No, this is just
Miss Lizzie.
Oh, he just cracks me
Just-
up.
Ms. Lou, I'm honored to share the
I mean,
best
Max looks the same, does he not?
Yeah, you're right. Max might actually be the least changed.
Oh, him in this cardigan. Oh, this is one of the warmer days of filming.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it was hot.
Yeah. I do like that we both have this nice kind of nice soft glow.
Yeah, it is
That's
like
how I like to describe
darker,
it.
and I don't know if that's a choice or if it got later in the day.
That could be part of it. Yeah. Ah, they squeezed in lights in that room too, didn't they?
It was.
trying to
I think
think.
it was just
Just the one big
one
one?
globe. What are those things
Okay.
called? Like a paper lantern thing.
And I bid you adieu.
We got it. See, they all have to start that way. They have to start with my name is.
I mean, to
Right, 'cause
Max's
this is-
credit.
This is his last episode for a while. Like we didn't necessarily know if he was kind of come back.
Yeah.
But you were gonna say?
No, to Max's credit, I feel like his speech, his manner of speaking was like the most almost antiquated, like not quite as modern, contemporary as the rest of us.
Yeah, he had some difficult dialogue, but he made it work. Like he really,
He did.
he was playing this kind of weird, stilted person, but like in such an endearing way.
Yeah.
You know, I think he is probably the most endearing Mr. Collins that
Oh, for
has
sure.
existed because
Yeah.
you know typically you don't like him. I
Mhm.
disagree with his ideas, but
Mhm. I do like my makeup in this episode.
yeah, you
Yes,
look
I-
gorgeous.
Thank you. I mean, it's all the professionals who make the magic happen.
You look gorgeous now too.
You're too kind. But yeah, this was also, I think, a rare departure for Max and his wardrobe. No, like, wasn't he usually like
He
more
was usually in a
buttoned up?
suit. Yes, this is him like
Yeah.
more casual.
Trying to be more casual because he came to woo you.
Yeah, I mean nobody talks like this. So
No.
it's
But hey, he
he
sold
like
it. He's selling it.
he tries so hard. Like he's
That's not what
like
Yeah.
I don't know. He's not really a bad guy. It's kind of hard
He's
to like.
not.
Lizzie
like you
hates
say,
on
he's
him
probably-
so much.
I can also see him being just a lot to deal with in person.
Yeah,
You know?
no, very much
If-
so. And it's
yeah.
hard to be with someone who's like out of sync with the rest of the people around him, and he doesn't really understand social cues, and you know,
Right, right.
But Lizzie is not very
Mhm.
generous about
Mm,
the fact that
that's a
he's
good way to
trying really
describe
hard. Like at
her.
no point is he mean, right? He just keeps complimenting Lizzie, but she keeps taking
Right.
it as an insult. And
Right.
No, she just has.
yeah, she's very judgmental.
Sometimes that's just the way it is.
But here's Charlotte seeing the value in his offer.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't
Hmm. And you can also, I feel like watching it now, you can start to see the beginnings of their like dynamic. Like, oh, you can see how they could work well together. You know, Charlotte knows how to deal with him, and
Yes, that's a
like
key
let's
element,
keep the
right?
yeah
That
keep things
she
moving.
can handle his, eccentricities. Like she
Hmm.
knows how to work with this personality.
Yeah,
And then,
When they're ready,
yeah, and then you can see
get
how like
them
okay, she knows how to navigate around him,
have I
but
told
then
you about the
extract what she
natural
needs to
the
keep things moving, keep things
growth
productive.
potential, the personal benefits of
Yeah, I mean, she does have a lot of business. I mean, like, I'm sure some of our viewers have corporate jobs where they're like, "Yep, that's what I have to do
your
with
efforts
my
to impress
boss
me
or
have not
manager or
gone
coworker
unnoticed,
or
and
whatever."
added to your many
This
qualities.
is
This
funny that we did this like
yeah,
it was a
You are
this hand
convincing
proposal.
holding
me
is a little much, but
that my intentions have been too
I don't
obvious.
think we can get away
In
with this
fact,
either. It's like, no, you
when
don't
I
need to
saw
touch
you
me,
again,
sir.
Yeah,
I
it's
knew
weird.
you would be the one
I can
to share
a
the
verbal
most
agreement. It's
important part of my life.
but I can also see how it's like let's a nod
We're
to the
mirroring the
original
marriage.
marriage
Yes.
proposal from the
Yes.
novel.
And then he's reaching down to get a ring. Oh no,
Yes.
it's a briefcase.
That he casually
Will you
just
be
carries
taking
around
on
with him.
partner at my company? My office firm
It's so
includes
funny because they look
It's,
like
I
kids,
mean,
just like playing at like I have a company. Join me at my company, and she's like, okay.
but honestly, like, oh, and the envelopes keep getting
Oh,
bigger. Are these just
yeah,
envelopes of cash?
no.
eagerly await your positive response.
That would be
I,
amazing. Just a manila
yeah, I
envelope.
wish she just opened it up and it was just cash.
Oh, wow. What kind of business are you in, Mr. Collins?
Because, like, I mean, it's funny that it gets bigger, but, like, how does that increase the job offer? Like, oh, and we just leave you to think about it. To
And
think about it.
guiltily look into camera. I also noticed my
I'm just
veins
kidding.
getting a little bit PC as it got warmer in there, I'm sure.
Well,
They had
we
an
were
ice
hot.
pack for
We
you,
were hot. Did
right? They
they?
had I
I
think
don't
they at
remember.
least had like
Maybe.
one ice pack that you were able to like hold in your hands or like on your
Oh, I
lap in
think you're
between
right. I
takes.
think I.
Because you were stuck in that room for
And it
so
was
much longer than the
so
rest of
hot
us.
in that room.
But
Yeah.
I
Well, and just
think for
because there
the
were so many bodies and
yes.
no air circulating.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I think what helped in that
yeah.
episode was like just wanting to be as still as possible because it was so warm, like not make any
That
extraneous
might be why it was
movements.
darker too. We may have just turned off the
Turn up the light,
lights.
maybe.
Like that might just
Yeah,
be actually like sunlight because it was less hot.
yeah, yeah.
Well, and it gave the episode a different look. But I don't know what everyone's doing in Lizzie's bedroom without her. Like,
Right.
it's one thing when it's like her sisters, and it's another thing when it's you who doesn't live
Yeah.
here and Ricky Collins
Collins?
who shouldn't be here. And he shouldn't be in my bedroom. I mean, and I do remember there being some discussion about like how weird it was that he would just be barging into her room. But it's definitely weird. It's definitely weird that you guys are alone in there.
The door's open though.
Yeah, sure. For propriety. It's not a tryst happening in here. It's a backstabbing business proposal. Let's see if the fans were as
That's
upset
harsh. Wow.
as
Well,
Lizzie's going to
all right.
be.
Yikes.
Let's see. 8 years
Woo.
ago, Elizabeth Corder said, "I love how she's actually able to reason with him and improve his people skills. It shows that Charlotte and Collins was a
Mm.
much better match than Lizzie and Collins." Yeah, it's like you were saying, they know how to work together.
Yeah. Yeah.
5 years ago, Susie says I think it was really quite brilliant of them to replace a marriage proposal with a business proposal. From a Regency era reader's point of view, Elizabeth would have to be totally insane to turn down a marriage proposal that would ensure she'd be comfortable for the rest of her life. Yeah, it's a good parallel. Holy crapola, 3 years ago, says she high key just finessed herself into a whole business partnership. Wow, that's goals. Ooh, Jasmine Mayo
Ooh.
says Charlotte is a master manipulator.
Manipulator.
Yeah, wow. Here, Dagan Schoen says in which Charlotte tricks Collins into giving her a job.
Yeah.
Natalia says Charlotte's definitely a Slytherin. And at the time that this show was on, I mean, we were at, LeakyCon, GeekyCon
LeakyCon, yeah.
conventions. Like
Yeah.
there was a lot of conversations about the Hogwarts houses for these characters.
Yes. I think Jane was like a Hufflepuff, supposedly.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Lizzie and
Lydia?
Lydia were Gryffindor,
Mhm, mhm. Was
and
someone called a muggle? Was someone offended because there was talk of someone
oh,
being a
I think it was
muggle?
probably Collins.
Oh.
Probably you would say that Collins was the Muggle, right? Um,
Yeah,
I don't
LeakyCon,
know.
I will say that's when I felt like I had kind of like my rock star moment, just like for yeah, just it was wild. Just
It
like
was
who
wild.
are all these people screaming for?
Yeah, and that's when we had to start using like the hotel service elevator and stuff because we couldn't just walk around anymore.
Right. Because were we all staying in the same hotel, right? As
We're
the
staying in the same hotel
attendees?
as the convention, so like we
Yeah.
would just go
Yeah.
downstairs, but then we wouldn't actually be able
Hmm.
to go anywhere because we'd get off the elevator and people would stop us and then more people would see and they would gather
Yeah.
and then
Yeah. Because the kids, I mean, the attendees were just kind of hanging out all over the place.
yeah, well they're
So
just wandering
yeah.
around the same way that we were, but
Hmm.
we were we were a big deal.
We're
It's a
kind of a
very
big
strange
deal.
experience. It's a very I mean
Yeah.
like lovely,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
overwhelming and
Yeah, for
intense
sure.
and you know
Surreal. Like even now, I'm still
surreal,
like, did that happen? Like, did we go through that?
right? And you
But
know
yeah.
we were all in our 20s when this was happening,
Hmm.
but it made me really feel like I understood what it would be like, how much it could change a person if they experienced that when they were very young,
Younger. Yeah. Yeah.
and it
Hmm.
would take some grounding forces to be like, hey, that's a weird thing that's happening, but that's not like real.
Right. That's not
It's real in its
normal.
own way, but that's not like, don't base your identity off of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't expect to be treated that way, and so
Hmm.
yeah,
We experienced it and we got through it.
we did. Yeah, no, I mean, like it was just this very intense time, and
Yeah.
it is sort of crazy that it happened. It's crazy that it
Yeah.
happened at all. Well, I think Charlotte's probably going to do its best for her, and we'll find out what Lizzie thinks next time.
Yeah. Was she manipulating the whole time? Dun, dun, dun.